So guys, this video might be a little bit harsh for some of you. It might strike a nerve. If you are weak, this video is not for you. If you can handle to hear what I'm about to say, stay tuned throughout this video. But if you want to hear the truth, stay tuned throughout this video, because that is what we do on this channel. I'm not necessarily here to hold your hand to whisper you sweet nothings. We're here to tell the damn truth. And the truth can set you free. The truth can help you. So whether the truth hurts or not, you're going to hear it on this channel. So be prepared, because what I'm about to tell you, and this isn't the case for everybody obviously, but it's the case for some people. There's those people in life that have children for the wrong purposes, right? That could have been your parents. They had you because they figured it's going to bring them a bunch of happiness. They had you because they think starting a family is going to solve world hunger and all this other bullshit that stupid parents think. They think having children is just going to complete them and all this other nonsense whenever their life is already trash. And like I said, it might be a hard pill to swallow, but that could have been your parents. Your parents might have had you for the wrong reasons. They might have had you because, you know, they thought selfishly, because that's what they are. Your parents are selfish in this case. They had you because they wanted to use you for happiness. They wanted to have you to fill a void in their own life, and that is having kids and children for the wrong damn reasons. And that is why you were not brought up the right way, because they wanted you to make them happy. They had you so you could make them happy. They didn't have you to raise you right. They purposely had you so you could bring them happiness, and that made you a people pleaser. That made you a target for these narcissistic individuals out there to, you know, rain down on you like the 4th of July, you know? And it is what it is. There's not much you can do when you are in that position. And I'm not gonna lie, my upbringing was pretty messed up. It was more messed up than my parents having me for the wrong reasons. There's other things behind how I was brought up, but all in all, I still lived a pretty normal life, how most people do, like when it comes down to it. But the way I got brought into this world, through a one-night stand. Wasn't supposed to happen, but it obviously happened for a reason, you know? And I ain't gonna let my circumstances tell me what to do, tell me who I should be. I'm too damn smart for all the circumstances that I've ever been brought into in my entire life. I overcame everything you can possibly think of. We're talking about breaking generational curses, which is another video I'm going to do a full video on this channel pretty damn soon. And I believe if you are chosen, it doesn't matter what you go through, it doesn't matter who raised you, it does not matter nothing, because you are you. You have the entire world. You're not only raised by your parents, you're raised by the entire world. You don't need to have good parents to become a good person. You don't. Because like I said, the entire world is out there. We have the entire world right in front of us. YouTube, social media. We have access to everybody in the world. We can choose who we listen to on a daily basis. We can raise ourselves by surrounding ourselves with the right people and the right minds, believe it or not. We can. You don't have to be in with a bullshit family that you never signed up for to be around. That doesn't have to be you. That doesn't have to be your circumstances. That does not define who you are. Your family ain't shit. And you know what? They're pieces of shit for doing what they did and to bring you into this world the way they did. And in my circumstances, that wasn't even the case. There was different things that went on. Like I said, a lot of people get brought into this world and like through a one-night stand, and that's not even, you know, that's just a fluke. Wasn't supposed to happen, but it happened. But there are parents, like I said, that they literally want to have children and kids for the wrong reasons. Like, they plan to have a kid, but they're not ready. And they don't treat their kids right. They treat them, they're like kind of bullies towards their own kids. They bully them into certain things. And it was never like that in my case. But I know people that have to go through certain things like this, and they are used for happiness. Their own parents are using them. They're not raising them. They're not showing them the right things. They're not reading them books at night. They're not doing all the things that, you know, you should be doing as a young kid. You deserve to be brought up the right way. You deserve to be around a lot of positivity and love growing up. And I did have a lot of that. I really did. But there are some people, you know, that just, they don't have that. And I did, and that's why I could raise the right children myself. And I don't even think I'm ready right now. There's just too much that I have to do. I'm too busy right now. There's too much going on for something like that to happen at this time. I could see in 4 to 8 years from now that probably happening. 4 being the soonest, 8 being the absolute latest. And if it doesn't happen between there, it's highly unlikely it'll happen if I'm past the age, let's say 35, which is still good, but it's highly unlikely. It's more so to happen, you know, the way I see it now, in my late 20s, early 30s, right around there. And whenever I was younger, I thought I'd be having kids by the age of, I'd say 24 to 27. I figured I'd have probably my first kid around that age. That's still even very young to this day, guys. That's very young today. It really is. And there's nothing wrong, I guess, with having a kid before that. Just make sure you're ready. Make sure you have the right financial status to your name. Right? Make sure that you are a mature, loving person yourself. Make sure you have the right partner. If those things can all fall under the same category and fall under the right categories, then you know you should be good. But other than that, unless it happens like a fluke, there's nothing anybody can do, you know, in that case. But you shouldn't be planning on having kids if you want to use them and be the selfish parent that you are, just to have kids for your own fun and entertainment, because you're going to raise gremlins. And I'm being honest. If that hurts your feelings, I can't help that. It's just the truth. You are not ready. Like I said, if it happens unexpectedly, there's nothing you can do there. I'm not even going to sit here and blame you for that, but I do kind of put the blame on you if you're not ready, and you know you're not ready, but you have kids anyway for your own fun and entertainment. I mean, you ruin your own life, you ruin your child's life. Your children's lives are probably going to be ruined as well, and this is how people start generational curses. It's just like it's just like this effect, you know? It's like this effect that goes on, and it involves somebody being selfish and needy and wanting things to go the way they think they should go, but nothing is going to go the way you necessarily think it should go. Things are going to go the way it's going to go, and you know, you just got to make sure that you are in a right position to do certain things like that, because if you're not, you're going to end up in these crazy circumstances, starting these generational curses, creating more negative people into this world, creating more toxic people into this world, creating more of all these things, you know? And this all comes from toxic, selfish family members. Could have been your own damn parents. They could have been this way towards you. They could have had this mindset and had you this way. And, you know, it could have done damage to you. It could have done whatever to you. But you have to be the higher person in this situation. Learn from it, understand your past, understand what happened to you, and move on from all of this and start to live your life for you. Start to live it the way you know you should live it. Start to teach yourself, start to educate yourself, get hungrier, become more ambitious, do all these things that you should be doing. Break that generational curse. You will do it. If you are not for the weak, you will do it. If you are a strong-minded person, if you are strong internally, you will do it. And there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You will do it. You will break those curses and you will start a kingdom of your own, the way it should have been all along. And it might be a painful journey. You might have to go through certain things, but you will overcome a lot of things, and you will end up even, you know, God knows what you can do. You just got to keep doing your best. Put your strong foot forward and carry on. And everything's going to be what it's going to be. You can only do your best. You can only do better tomorrow than you did yesterday, and the same damn thing every single day. If you want it, you can get it. If you want to break those generational curses, you can absolutely do it. If you're an excuse maker, you will not do it, because you're going to make excuses as to, oh, all these things happen to me, poor me. You just cannot have that mindset. I get it. Some bad things probably did happen to you, and you were in terrible circumstances, even could be to this day. But that mindset is not going to help you. It's not going to help anybody else around you. It's just not going to do anything. You have to accept all the pain and all the hurt and all the things and the emotional abuse and all the things that you had to go through as a person, and move on from these things and start your own legacy. Start rewriting the next chapters of the book in your life. You could be on chapter 20, 30 something right now. Let's go to 21 or 33 or wherever you're at. Let's continue that, writing that book. The book is always being written until the day you die. And that would be the final chapter. So, you guys get it. You guys get what you got to do. And, you know, your parents, the negative people that probably raised you or brought you up, they're not going to change, because that's who they are. They have huge egos. They sold their souls. I mean, what can you say? They have nothing to offer to anybody. They're selfish. They expect everybody else to entertain them, bring them joy, bring them peace, happiness, and everything else they could possibly think of, but they can't bring to themselves. If you can't bring your own damn self some peace, some happiness, some prosperity, some abundance, you have no right to try to use anybody else to get these things, because you have to be able to get these things yourself first. And some income. Because without any income coming in into your bank account, you can't have any of those things anyways. You can't have any peace or happiness when you have no income at all. Like, you need some type of income. You need something. So, you just have to work extremely hard to make everything come together as a person. You need to be hungry. You need to take steps back sometimes in life and say, I'm going to really discipline myself and start to live my life with full-on discipline. I'm living my life every day to do good for me and for my life and for my future family, future kids, future everything. I'm going to be the one that makes a change. I'm going to be the one that sacrifices. I'm going to be the one that suffers today and tomorrow and for the rest of eternity to make better things happen. I'm going to be that person. And then you go ahead and you do your thing. So, that's it for this video, guys. I got another video to do after this one, so we will be back.